Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. I'm your host, AgriBlaze96, the show, the special, where you bag 'em, we bonk 'em. Welcome to the Betsy Hour with your boy, Hot Dog Water. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Glad you guys are here. We have some final NATS prep before I leave on Thursday. Now, normally we stream on Tuesday, like stuff like that. But tomorrow, Carly and I are actually going to a restaurant with some family. There is a local restaurant, that is going out of business. And with it going out of business, it's not going out of business. They are closing. They have been in the Tri-Cities, which is where I live, for the last 40 years. I think that's not a joke. They've been around since the 80s. And so they are closing their doors on Friday. And so Carly and I are going with some family tomorrow to have dinner there one final time, which is why I'm not streaming tomorrow. Maybe if something happens and we get done super early, we might go live a little late or something. I don't know. But more than likely, this is going to be the last stream before U.S. Nationals. Getting ready. I have made some pretty big changes to the deck. I won't lie. I was doing some theory crafting, some testing with the team yesterday, and I have put together what I think is a better version of the deck. We're going to see how it feels tonight. I'm not 100% sure how it's going to play, but we've tried to add some consistency pieces to help us against a lot of the bigger meta decks just in CC right now. Now, you may be sitting here thinking, man, it's a real shame that AgriBlaze didn't stream yesterday. I have to admit, I really enjoyed having the weekend where Carly and I just got to hang out. I just played cards and prepped with the team. We me and Carly hung out and had a good time. So Sorry I didn't stream yesterday. I know I missed 6-7 day. I know the one day of the year, and I missed it. I don't know. We'll make it up to you guys. I promise. We'll find a way. We'll make it happen somehow. But yeah, missed the stream yesterday. So tonight we are getting in. We are getting in our final prep. Also, we have talked about this a couple of times. If you play me at US Nationals and during our game, you would like for me to say that I'm bonking you with my log, which, yeah, it sounds weird. That's kind of the point. If you would like for me to say that to you, whatever your reasoning may be, all I'm going to need you to do is before our match, you got to reach over and pat me on the head and go bonk. If you do that, I will know you want me to say I'm bonking you with my log every time I swing with the log. It's that simple. It really is that simple. Those are your instructions if you would like for me to say that to you. Take my log to your face is amazing. Top it, Ben, Trent, Huntress, Megano, Josh, Bringe, Loquacious, what a cool name. DJ, Pitch Pals, Destruculus, we're going to go with that. Dave, Casper, Martin, Rose, Dot, Hal, I think I hit everybody else. I think I hit everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. I opened my box of Omens yesterday and pulled a double legendary, rainbow foil and cold foil. What were the two L's, Bringe? That's kind of cool. Yo, Noel, what's up, dude? Do you have a hog of a log? First off, that's for Carly's eyes only. Thank you very much. I will bonk you with my log, but what my log looks like is none of your business, sir, or ma'am, them, whoever you are. Oh, that was Hal. Just kidding. I know I can be rude to Hal. He'll be okay. Hal likes to throw it around too. Plutonic and the gauntlets. That's pretty cool. Yo, Ian, what's up, dude? How are you, buddy? Guys, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that we have been able to walk through our journey of Betsy and bonking with the log. Now, admittedly, I have to admit, I would really like to do well at Nationals playing Betsy. That would be really cool. Like, I would really like to do well at Nationals with Betsy. We have put some time into the deck and we have worked on it, and I feel like the deck is in a place where we could definitely see like a pretty good CC record. Like if we get some good draws and like things line up, I could see a 4-1 out of our CC deck. I'm not holding the standards too high. If I don't do well, I don't do well. It is what it is. I've done well. I have done worse with better decks, that is for sure. And we practiced a lot of draft. I mean, just so you guys have a frame of reference here of like what my testing has looked like. Let me pull up my testing log. Let me tell you guys how far we are in right now. Before tonight, I have played 70 games. We have played 70 games of Betsy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 through 66. 16. So we played 70 games. I am, what was that make me? 54 and 16 through 70 games. I don't know what that percentage is, but it's been pretty good. And I have drafted, no, that's not going to tell me what I want. I've drafted 16 times. So I've drafted 16 times and we've played 70 games of Betsy before tonight, leading up to where we're at with everything going on. So, I mean, we've gotten a pretty good amount of testing, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have not put in the leading up, if you guys were a part of the channel in my journey for Pro Tour London, then, you guys remember I put in, I think it was close to like 200 games on Aurora, and we drafted about 30 times leading up to Pro Tour London. So a little bit of a different. You're in Tri-Cities, Washington? No, I'm in the Tri-Cities, Tennessee. So for anybody who does not know, I live in Northeast Tennessee. So when I talk about stores and stuff like that, speaking of stores and speaking of events coming up, if you would like details on the big Clash event that's going to be on June 20th, !Clash in the chat. Doesn't matter if you're on Twitch or YouTube or wherever you're at, !Clash in the chat. Would absolutely love for you all to be able to make it out to the Blue Post, their big event that they're having, hosted by my buddy Richard. He runs and owns the store. Would love to see you guys there. Again, I live in Northeast Tennessee, so keep that in mind. But first place is $500 cash. $500 cash to first place, and then there's like prizes all through top 8 and stuff like that. So, reason for deck changes: I just played Betsy for my armor yesterday. We're going to talk about the changes and why I've made some of the changes. Watch them put you on first round against Majin. I'm calling it. Yo, I feel like me and Majin on camera round 1 would be awesome. I mean, that would be the only way I would be on camera round 1, right? Like, that would be great. Mr. Streamer, fly me out. Dude, Ian, I wish I was rolling with that kind of bags, right? I know. I missed 6-7 day. I missed 6-7 day. Don't worry. We're going to get plenty of memes in tonight because I missed it. I'm very sorry. Betsy's still mid? I mean, like, Betsy was below mid before. I would say that she's like a solid B tier hero now. Like, Betsy fits into that B tier hero now. Like, something you have to, like, have a plan against for sure. Oh, it would be absolutely awesome if that was feature match round 1. I would absolutely love that. In Europe, it's 6-9 right now. Top it. Honestly, I'm amazed that you're still awake at 1:15. I appreciate you being here. But yeah, no, it is the 8th for me. It is the 8th for me. Somebody made a joke and said that I should do 6-7 day on 7-6 because the US does the month and then the date, and a lot of countries do the day and then the month, and we could still have 6-7 day on July 7th. But I figured that joke might go over a lot of people from the US's head. Maybe not reach the joke and the crowd that way we wanted to, but we can always talk about it, you know? B for Betsy. Dang right. B for Betsy. You know what? Let's take a look at the deck. I've yapped long enough. Let's take a look at the deck. Betsy deck and the changes. Couple of equipment pieces that we have changed around here. Actually, there's one equipment piece, but we made some changes to the main deck. So we're still on our 33 blues. I did consider going up to 36 of them. The biggest notable change in blues is that I have cut Buckle for a 1 of Gravekeeping. Or I'm sorry, I cut Buckle for a Gravekeeping, and then I am down 3 copies of Rouse the Ancients for 3 copies of Clash of Vigor. Now, Clash of Vigor doesn't exactly have the same value points that it does in Victor because we can't reclash and things like that. But I really like Clash of Vigor because it opens us up to be able to block more effectively and still offer 1-card plays, which is really cool. So I really like having Clash of Vigor in the deck. I don't know the consistency yet. I did add Thunk back to the deck because we are on some number of clashes now. It seemed like not a bad place to be. Buckling Blow is like fine. Like, Buckling Blow has been okay. It's been nothing impressive. It was mostly a 6 to make Rouse work. But I figure if we're on Clash of Vigor, we should at least have the Thunks in there so that we can add some extra value. Have some extra value to make sure that we I'm sorry, I'm reading chat and my brain just lost it. That's right after your Civil War celebration day, isn't it? Okay. Not exactly, Ludiful. So just to clarify, July 4th was not the Civil War. It was the Revolutionary War. And July 4th is like the date that like our country was founded. That was like when the Declaration of Independence was signed. July 4th is a really big holiday in the US. Yes. Fireworks all the time. Everybody like wears like all like red, white, and blue, shows all this pride for their country. And admittedly, July 4th is a really fun holiday, and I've always really enjoyed what it brings out. But I have a lot of issues with things that are happening right now in my country, so it's becoming harder and harder to openly be like, fuck yeah, America every year. So yeah. We have a lot of issues. I believe we have a lot of issues with leadership right now. Not trying to make too much of a pivot here. Oh, damn it, Ludiful. Come on, bro. Successfully baited, he said. Made a bunch of food and sit by a pool. It's a good time. Now that sounds awesome. That I'm in for. Zach, just to say I respect the hell out of you saying that. Thanks, Ian. I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that. Fun fact, it wasn't actually signed on the 4th. Oh, wow. How about that? See? Now, like, we're getting the political arguments going. We're getting the political arguments going just by talking about July 4th. I mean, apple pie and fireworks sounds American as shit. I won't lie. I mean, when I was a kid, you can ask my cousin about this. If he's here later, we'll bring it up. He doesn't always make it by the streams. My cousin Kyle, he streams, by the way. If you would like to watch any of his content, he does like Clash of Clans stuff and like variety gaming. ! Kyle in the chat. But we used to shoot bottle rockets at each other. I don't know if you guys know what bottle rockets are, but we used to shoot them at each other when we were a kid. Our grandfather, not bottle rockets, Roman candles. So Roman candles, when you light a Roman candle, it shoots a projectile firework out of the front. And so our grandfather used to light Roman candles. He would give each of us one and light it, and then he would let us shoot each other with them. It was awesome. We used to do that all the time. Mila Jovovich, Sage Powerhouse. I really feel like I butchered that last name. Now, blueberry pie, that's American. I feel like you guys have so much more like U.S. knowledge than I do. Listen, Hal, I get where you're coming from, man, because I gotta be honest with you. Like, I love our country, and there's a lot of things about our country that I like, but there's also a lot of things about our country that I dislike. And as I've gotten older and like I've moved out of my parents' house, I've learned to see a lot of that kind of stuff. I'm not throwing any shade at you, you know? Like, I love our country. I just want it to be better, is where I'm coming from. So, sounds like some healthy fun for kids. I mean, listen, we had a blast doing it. Now, is it a miracle nobody ever died? Yes, but we had a blast doing it. It's the most American story I've ever heard. Yeah. Oh, I missed your joke? Oh, sorry, Hal. Sorry, it's so hard to interpret text, Hal. How do you know you're from the South? You shot fireworks at each other as kids, and you always know someone lost a finger eventually? Dude, I think my grandfather did lose a finger, actually, with fireworks. I'll have to double check with that. I don't remember. But, like, I remember, like, there was a couple of close incidents, like, yeah. Of course, I'm a history nerd. Hey, listen. Whatever works, right? Whatever works. Pitch Pals is right. Let's talk about the deck. We've talked about politics enough. Anyway, Clash of Vigor, good. The reason that I cut Rouse the Ancients is because it felt very inconsistent. It was very hard to make work. Now, there might be an argument for Rouse the Ancients working better now that I have cut Fate Foreseen from the deck and we have added Boulder Drop to the deck. Excuse me. Boulder Drop is, like, in my opinion, a very powerful card. I think this 2-card play is one of the better crush effects that we have access to in Guardian. And I think that cutting the Fate Foreseen so that we can add in Clash of Vigor and another disruptive attack into decks like Mario and Syndra, even like other Victor matchups where like they're forced to block a little bit, I think can go a long way. Plus, we're adding another pummel target, which I really like. Now, having more pummel targets is really good. This card does not naturally line up with pummel very well, but what I will say is if you're in a situation where you've made a Vigor token, whether it's from Chapeau, whether it's from Clash of Vigor, whatever happened, and you attack with Boulder Drop and Tunic is up, you're representing pummel. Like, I think this card is pretty solid. Now, admittedly, as a Guardian player, I love Rouse the Ancients. And I think that cutting Rouse the Ancients may hurt our Victor matchup a little bit, which is not a great place to be. But that brings me into why I added Gravekeeping to the deck. I think that Gravekeeping has a multi-utility purpose. Against Gravy Bones, if we are able to get aggressive, we could go like, you could pitch 1 blue and go Rouse into Gravekeeping, banish something, flip it over. Like, that could go a long way if there's extra allies hanging out. This also works really well at trying to snipe things like a Goldman Estate, You can snipe against a Huntsman. You can snipe their arm piece that they recur over and over again with silver. So I think there's a lot of value with Gravekeeping, and just like where it's potentially at in the meta right now. It is a 2-block, which is kind of awkward, but it's notable that we have cut more 2-blocks from the deck, so we're only on 2 now. We are on 1 Gravekeeping, which is a 2-block, and we're on 1 copy of Overcrowded, which is a 2-block, which I think is pretty solid. So, of course, I just saw that Rose said she sees this as a personal attack against herself. It's not, I promise. So I think this is going to add some consistency to our deck, because Rouse felt a little weird at times, but could potentially be better with Boulder Drop being in the deck. Taking a look at the sideboard. A lot of the sideboard should already look like pretty familiar to you. Like we've been on Oasis Respite. We added Bravados last Thursday when we streamed and played games. Like Clash of Bravado, like it has just been, it's been really solid. Maybe I'm playing a little too scared of the Ziggy matchup. I also really want to be on Bravado because I have cut the 1 copy of Midas Touch from my deck, meaning that we are more susceptible to a Prism loop, which is kind of scary, because I do think Prism is actually a pretty good spot this weekend. But we'll see how the meta shakes up. 2 double downs, 2 pummels, 2 staunches. I'm on 1 remembrance. I don't think we need any more than that. I think that being on 1 remembrance is fine. All right, listen, we will not be spreading this propaganda that I am out to get Rose, okay? What is this nonsense? Where are you playing online? I'd love to learn how to play online. Okay, so let's see. Is this? Hang on. Yeah, here it is. Here is the link for playing online. Here is the link for playing online. And I actually created a video about how you can play online. Let me go find it and I'll link it in the chat. I have 2 videos that I've created. Hang on, let me find them. I made them like at the end of last year, I think, or maybe coming into this year. 4 months ago? Am I not going back far enough? Is Saged Balance? Oh, we're back all the way to the Rhinar Armory up deck. I feel like there's a BNR update. Sorry, I'm trying to find this video because I want whoever. There's the Major Rules update. There's podcast episodes. Where is this video? All right, it was definitely before my spoiler. Hang on. Let's see if we can find Talishar. Here we go. 7 months ago. My God, has it really been that long? Okay. Here is the video for how to play on Talishar. This is the video for how to play on Talishar. So if you're interested in learning how to play the game on Talishar, that is the video that I created. There is also one that walks you through how to create decks on Fabrari, which is the website that I'm using right now. Last sideboard card that we've added that I want to talk about is Boots of Omnis Ward. I think these boots are really good. Now, I was sleeping on them at first. Admittedly, I was not a massive fan of them at first. But the prevention that you get into the flick against Mario is insane.
Biddies, you say.
Absolutely insane. Yo, Bringe, let's go. Thank you for the 5 bits, dog. I appreciate it. What was I singing? I don't even remember what I was singing. But anyway, thank you. I appreciate it, Bringe. Yeah, the Boots of Omnis Ward are really good. I like these a lot. So basically the idea is into Mario, we're going to go second. When we go second, we are going, when they attack us with a Hunter's Clave, I'm going to put 2 cards on the combat chain. I learned this from Damien the other day when we were chatting about this, and I think it's a really good strategy. If you block with 2 cards in the first Clave, they cannot go over the top unless they have multiple pumps, which they're probably not going to spend on the mark effect. Then, when they go for the flick, you activate Boots of Omnis Ward to prevent the flick. You deny getting marked on the first turn, and then from there, you're good to go. You have denied getting marked on the first turn, hence slowing Mario down a lot. And once you slow them down, you're in such a good spot. So Boots of Omnis Ward are really good. I had to hit up Tyler Broughton to be able to hook me up with one of these and a couple copies of Double Down for U.S. Nationals. So shout out to Tyler for hooking me up with some cards. Thank you to him for hooking us up with that. Everything else is the same. Deck should look pretty familiar for the most part. So how do we play against you? I mean, playing against me, you need to snipe a game while I'm live. Otherwise, you're just kind of like guessing at finding the right player at the right time, right? Right? Yo, what's up, Philip? Thank you. Philip, are you going to Nationals, buddy? I don't even know if Katsu would be good in that meta. And what meta? If they ban all Illusionists, Runeblades, and Wizards and unban Bonds, I think that's good. Why would we unban Bonds? Huntress, please. You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. You ask him, bonk me, daddy? Oh, dude, if you say that to me at Nationals, I will be saying, like, bonk you with my log every time I attack with it. Every time. I agree. I think the boots are going to be good. I'm going to be waiting to see you and Betsy in the finals. Avengers, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I wouldn't hold your breath, but I do appreciate it. So the EV was not enough for me to go. Going to Kansas City? Okay, cool. Let's go. Like that, Philip. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll be at Kansas City. It's in August, I'm pretty sure. Yo, what's up, Keaton? My man said noted. Oh, listen, Skeleton, you can, if I'm playing at a different event and I'm playing Betsy, you can still say it. I will still say it to you, I promise. Chicken, what up, dude? Guys, thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys being here and hanging out. Tell you what, let's jam some games. I am interested. Let's jam some games. Hopefully we won't have the problem that we had the other day where everybody's leaving against us all the time. If it can happen in Field of Dreams, first off, that's an absolute banger movie. I love Field of Dreams. We are at 29:20, and this is Oscilio. We are going to go first against old silly boy here. Good luck and have fun. Oh, is this Dave? Yo, Dave? Is Dave in the chat? I thought I saw his name earlier. Any more thoughts about Aurora? After Nats, I'm going to work on Aurora some more, but right now I've been trying to like lock in on the Betsy deck. So let's talk about Aurora next week. That might be the first stream we do when I get back from Nationals, if we don't do a I won Nationals, stream. If we don't do one of those. Do we just Macho Grande and just push 8 damage here? I mean, as much as I like throwing Overpower, Dominate's just better, right? Dave loaded 63 into us. Okay, Dave is on the combo. Yeah, I think we're just gonna swing a Dominate here. There's not a card I want to Arsenal. Not really interested in keeping anything. Normally, I would be all about bonking with the log and then arsenaling something, but any suggestions for someone that works second shift and needs all the draft experience as possible before Nats? I mean, the Runaways. The Runaways. Wait, do you know about that? That you can draft in the Runaways Discord? Like online, you can draft online? Did you know that? If you did not know that, exclamation point draft in the chat will get you a link to their Discord server. Instructions are in there. Is it true that you bet me if you didn't day 2, I can get a little smooch? I can neither confirm nor deny that at this time. Yes. What? Who said that? Who said that? Uh-oh. We're about to get zapped. Or I'm sorry, we're going to get flash bolted. Ew. Stop. Okay, so we take 6. They take 6? Or no, I'm sorry, we take 5. They take 6? Oh, yeah. I see. I see. Well, normally I'd be all about this hand, but I'm worried we're going to get bonked hard. Hard. Unban bonds or give me ice new. Why? Why does it have to be ice? You literally had Mystic the last time it was available. Like, just take what you get and be happy. You animals. Man, I'm normally a big fan of AB here, but I like our hand. Please no strike twice. Or Ether Flare, whatever. No, you can't play Flare. Snapback. Reviled Assassin could be cool. You could talk me into that. You could talk me into Reviled Assassin. You could talk me into that. But you play the stuff you banish from your opponent? Ooh, that sounds scary. Wait, isn't Shadow Assassin just new? You already play the blues you banished from them? Isn't that already a thing? You should get every opponent to sign the log you play when you play Nats. Oh, that's such a cool idea. I love that, Philip. Yes. We will be doing that. Do we throw this for 8 and wager? Yeah, I think we can just swing this for 8. It requires 3 cards to block out. So outside interference into T-Talks? All right, I lied. We're done. Nope, I lied. I want a Light Assassin that's just Arachne. Okay. We're going to go to 27. Dave's going to draw a card. Hopefully we're not going to get bonked too hard. We have nothing to discard. I don't think attacking for 6 was correct, though. Like, I think we were supposed to push for 8. I really, like, why do we need Ice Runeblade? What's everybody's obsession with ice? Echo Flash. And this is going to be... let's do this one. And then we'll just come across for 7. We do have Tunic available. The other thing to keep in mind is that we have 3 copies of Oasis Respite in our deck. So I am just kind of waiting until we like draw into it so I can park one in our arsenal. Hey, what's up, Dylan? Ice is the epitome of fun. Yes. Somebody get Jesse out of here. Jesse's been drinking again. Somebody needs to check Jesse. Just kidding. We love Jesse. Wait, I thought this only did damage if... Oh, that is lightning. Yeah, we'll take 1. That's fine. Probably should just use Tunic there. Well, I think that's going to work out pretty well for us. We can play the Oasis Respite, come in for 7, Arsenal the Pummel, and just try to keep, like, going hard here. This is going to be 6, right? So we are going to play Oasis Respite, pitching this, Respite ourselves to gain a life, target this, and then we're going to prevent 2 so that we take nothing. Whoa, big lag spike. Big lag spike. Yeah, we'll wager a gold. I think that just coming in for 6 is fine here. Hey, what's up, Copper? How are you, buddy? Just hanging out? Post-work messing with a silly Windcutter Ira list? Wasn't there a Windcutter Ira list that made top 8 of that Colorado 1K yesterday? By the way, Cog Crankers, I believe is what their channel is called. I watched it while I was playing games with Carly yesterday. Cog Crankers is what I believe they're called. Did a really good event yesterday. Really good. I like ice in my drink. Why not on my silly cardboard rectangles? Fair. I don't think I've drank in like 3 months. I just like hitting people. Oh, Icelander coming back would be cool. This helps me big time. I'm excited for this weekend. I am also excited for this weekend. I am so excited for this weekend. As my brother would say, on God, for real, for real. I'm very excited for this weekend. Like just traveling to events and things is just so much fun. Using the resource for Third Eye of the Sphinx is really good. Ew. So this is going to be for 7. Let's just buff. That's fine. Ain't no laws when you're cranking cogs. That's type shit. That's right. Tell them, Keeks. You're nervous for this weekend. Yo, why's that? I mean, that's okay, Rose. You mind sharing why? If you don't want to share publicly, you can DM me. That's fine too. Cloud cover. Look at Dave over here being good at the game and shit, bro. Come on, Dave. Don't you know you're supposed to throw to make me look good on stream? I'm kidding, Dave. Don't ever do that. Dave knows that if he did that, I would be very unhappy. Dave has been hanging out long enough to know that that would not in any way make me feel better. Is this your first nationals, really? Oh, please don't make me play against Kasai. I mean, that's why we're playing the one of sense weaknesses so that we have. Hey. Do not like the way this is looking right now. This hand looks rough. Oh, man. That feels bad, but this game has just felt really awkward. Like, I feel like we've not really been able to do anything that we wanted to. Maybe I've not had the same mentality when I've played this matchup as I have in the past, but it's crazy to me that you've only been playing since the Hunted. Like, in my head, like, you've been playing so much longer than that. Discard Flare. Okay. I mean, Dave's on the Bindings combo, so, like, there is, like, clearly a lot of potential. Create a Ponder token. Uh-oh, we about to get an Ether Bindings amp? Hell yeah, we are. Dave's about to go upstairs. And I cannot draw a second copy of Oasis Respite to save my freaking life, bro. Like, brother. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Oh, hang on.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
There it is. You guys know. So we have... We have 3 buffs, 4 buffs from the Chromatic Refinement. We have an extra card off of the Ponder, off Third Eye if they would like. I imagine that's where we're going to lead. Cracking one to draw a card to do something with. Thank you. I have the power. Oh, Hot Log Summer, yo. I like that. Hot Log Summer. Y'all will be catching me saying that at Nationals. I'm totally going to steal that, Jesse. Top 4 Road to Nats event or get enough wins across. Oh, we talking about how to qualify for Nationals? Yeah, qualifying for Nationals is they have something called Road to Nationals events, commonly referred to as RTNs. If you top 4 one of those, you automatically get an invite to US Nationals. And if you, or you can get there by being one of the top 50 placed people in the US, I believe. It also depends on like what country. You're also depends on like what country you are trying to qualify for. Some countries have like open. Yeah, they had a spell. if we're not dead here, because there's always the possibility that we are in fact just dead here. I mean, we are at 13, so like we're definitely in Strider's range right now. Log alter that would be a hot dog would go hard. Call that logarithmic? Yo, DJ, that's crazy work, bro. Lightning card was not pitched, so no ping. Flash bolt. Gonna be for 4. We have no way to prevent this. So Dave took 5, we take 4. Normally, I would say that's a good exchange for us, but Dave's also up 12 life, so that is a pretty relevant part of this. God, bro. I mean, am I about to just, like, play this thunk so that I can pummel it? Like, low-key kind of feels like we are about to just, like, rip a card to see if we can find anything. That's pretty good. God, this feels so bad. I hate this with every fiber of who I am. I heard Kim Jong-un won NATS in his country. I bet you did. Dave's probably going to kill me in response to the pummel. I know that once we get into like that 15 life territory, there's a very easy way for them to kill us with wildfire. If Dave is on that, I'm not sure if he is or not. If we do get to next turn, we have Oasis Respite, which is very powerful. Drawing our second copy of that's really good. Okay, Dave just actively had nothing to do, which is a little surprising. Little surprising. I have Ophidia off gold. Okay. Just have to finish my office. Oh, the paints are packed away? That's fair. Would this game have looked different if we played AB2 and went aggro? I mean, I'm playing all of the, like, aggressive slanted cards in this matchup that I would normally play anyway. So I don't think so. Okay, so let's Respite go to 10. Target, Mindfire, and then we're gonna AB2. Man, that whole like gold situation is so weird because we have no idea how that would have played out, but I'm trying to think, Trent. Like, I feel like we played a lot of the aggressive cards in this matchup anyway. Like, I've played 2 copies of E-Strike this game. I played a Zealous Belting. We've played a Pummel. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, how this game could have lined up differently if we were playing more offense than defense. With Chapeau, I don't... Like, this turn? Like, this is one of the turns that we could... like, try to, like, Chapeau if we had gold? I don't know. That's a good question, though, Trent. Something to consider. My initial reaction is no. I think I'm willing to go to 9 to see what follows this up. Because clearly there's like a Flash Bolt or something here. We've only seen 2 Flash Bolts. A Cosmic Suture, maybe. We've only seen 1. I think 1 was pitched earlier, if I remember correctly. Dave discards Brilliance. Dave is looking for a way to kill us, I think. Like, it's the only thing that makes sense to me. That Dave's looking for a way to end the game.
You love to see it.
Yo, Shade Xtor, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate that. We'll just go ahead and pitch this. Did not work out. This is for 5. We're gonna go to 4. Okay, that's scary. By the way, guys, if you're here for the first time, you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. And these questions can be for you even if you have been here for a while, but maybe you've just never answered these. The questions are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Well, I can tell you how we lost this game right here. This is tough. Tough, 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 tough. Prevent that damage. I don't have any gold, so I think we're just gonna crash the boards for 7 here. There's also a world where like we could be baiting Dave into like letting the tunic counter be our Oasis Respite to protect us enough. Now we're not. We've seen 2 through 9 turns. I'd like to see the next one here. I think drawing off of it does show Dave that our hand is weak, and I would rather make him have to sniff it out. Because discarding Shelter actually makes a lot of sense in that hand. Because it's never a card we want to arsenal. Like, arsenaling the Shelter always makes sense there. Or I'm sorry, discarding the Shelter always makes sense, so I don't know. MTG is becoming trash, not gonna lie, but Fab is fantastic. So, Shade, I am also an MTG refugee. I played competitive Magic for 7 years. And when Flesh and Blood got brought to my attention, I've never looked back. I still play Magic for fun every now and again, but I love Flesh and Blood. Somebody asked earlier, is the log the bun or the glizzy? It has to be the glizzy, right? Like, the log has to be the glizzy. Is a hot dog without a bun still a hot dog? Yo. I feel like these are like the questions that like you would have seen people ask. And then like you would have seen like the Keanu Reeves meme where his hair's messed up from Bill and Ted, the movies. What did I used to play? I was a very, very, very big Burn player. I love to play Burn. I played like mono red aggro in almost every I played mono red aggro or like whatever the best aggro deck was pretty much at all times. Well, we're going to find out right here if we're dead or not. If Dave has virtually anything, we will be. It's unfortunate. Yep. Good game, my friend. Good game. So let's see. Do we have an Oasis Respite in the next hand? No. So Oasis Respite was 10, 11, 12. The last one was in hand 13. Yeah. I'm trying to like look back and like think about like why we lost that game. Like what went wrong other than like the start felt very awkward for us. We had 2 all red hands, if I remember correctly. By the way, all Amanda, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch as well. I appreciate that. Guys, again, if you are here for the first time, we got 3 questions for you. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? What are your favorite hot dog toppings? Dave, GG's, brother. You played that very well. Dave, looking at it from your side, where do you feel like things went right for you? I would love to know. The application is out of date. I'll give you the application is out of date. Pull up my dang spreadsheet. The funny part is I think this is my first loss to Oscilio. Let's see. Actually, I want to check now. How many Oscilio losses do we have? Oscilio, win. Yeah, it's my first Oscilio loss, and it was a close game. I feel like we were a couple of decent hands away from winning that game. Dave played that game very well, though. Oh, by the way.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Only played 2 Oasis in 9 turns. Not that playing 2 copies of Oasis in 9 turns is like this crazy statistic. That is actually like pretty on par because you go through your entire deck in 15 turns. But I think the game pans out better if we see all 3 there. Took damage early to swing with Zealous. Should have blocked 3, sent log, and arsenaled Zealous. So I do think that turn early on in the game where I decided to just like, you know, like grip it and rip it and get aggressive was probably not the best play. I think that probably hurt us more than anything early on. Let's see. My prevention lined up well for the on hits, but I had 2 spells left in the deck, so I was a little scared. Like, I got 2 gold and 1 Drinkum wager. So I couldn't overpower the Drinkum wager without like with overpower. I had to just swing it at you. And I thought I was going to get like 3 cards from you, but getting card, arm piece, and a 4 block was really good there. That did line up really well. Since this is my first stream while it's live, I'm James. I got into Flesh and Blood and my coworker while working at a game store as a side hustle, and I ate hot dogs with nothing but the bun. First off, nothing but the bun? Dry glizzies? I mean, dog. Salute to you. But James, welcome to the channel, man. Glad you're here. I'm glad you're hanging out with us. Hot dogs have toppings? Yeah, dude. Jesse, we go crazy. I love Atraxa. Wasn't Atraxa, like, I feel like I vaguely remember Atraxa. Wasn't that the thing that, like, let you, like, play shit off the top of your deck or something, if I remember correctly? Went 3-0 at my local on-demand today at Oscilio 2. It's just Wizard Slop. I mean, dude, Wizard Slop gets there. Shake Shack has really good food. Shake Shack has really good food. Our armory is Guardian Central. Dave has a lot of practice. Yo, Dave just out here bullying me. Poor little old me. I'm just a humble streamer, and I'm getting dumpstered. There's an application? There's an application for what? Oh, Amanda. I just want to make sure. I'm gonna call you Amanda if that's okay. If the first part's relevant, I can continue to do that. Let's see if we can run it back. I feel like this is actually gonna be a pretty good stream. I want to see if we can run it back. We'll see if our opponent leaves or not. I get a lot of leaves on this deck. It's also my first stream, so my name is Amanda. I got into Fab after seeing how absolutely sick Mario's art is, and I eat my hot dogs Brazilian style. So with every topping imaginable, I feel like we get... I want to go first. I feel like we're getting 2 very different answers here, and I really, really like that. Amanda, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're hanging out. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with us. Let's see, 5425. Oscilio auto parts. For anybody who does not know, I take all the timestamps while we're live because I want to be able to. I take all the timestamps while we're live because I want to be able to go back and add them in after the stream, so people afterwards can watch them with timestamps. I mean, you guys are here chilling live, you know? Y'all are vibing. Are we wagering? Hell yeah, we're wagering, chat.
Lizard.
I split the hot dog in half and put the bread in the middle. All right, Al's a psychopath. Somebody get this, man. That's crazy work, dog. You know, I kind of like it, low-key. Oh, yeah. Bet big on turn 0.
Got him!
You'll love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Yo, Dakota, what's up, dude? So are we, like, hard on AB3, or are we testing AB3 because I've been seeing AB2 for small Cilio? I'm playing AB3 because I believe that AB3 and Oasis Respite gives us a chance. Trent has been telling me that he is a believer in AB2 and Chapeau in this matchup to get aggressive. I'm not saying Trent's wrong. I'm just sharing the differences in what I've been thinking versus like how Trent thinks about the game sometimes. Are we getting hot dogs at Nationals? Dude, Damien and I ate at a hot dog truck. Like, we ate it like a hot dog vendor truck at Yokohama. So I'm in. I mean, I'm down. I'm totally down. Ew. Get away from me. Ether Flare's scary. I mean, I will have hot dogs with y'all dance. If you, like, listen, gotta have some lunch, you know? Will you leave me alone? Please. Please. Leave us alone. But yeah, anyway, Trent has been telling me Fatigue Lover is who's watching us. Cinema. God, I love people that watch games. Dude, Damien dropping the hot dog and then snagging that shit out of midair was like, I mean, it was walking content. I love Damien. He is walking content. It's hilarious. Ooh, you side out Ether Flare for Guardians. Tell me why, Dave. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. I never want to hear you say, woo! That's him. That's the guy that murdered my brother. Oh, I completely forgot about that part. I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine, dog. Aether Flare's bad into AB3, so it needs so much work to actually do the thing. Okay. Yeah, you can look and see who's spectating in the top right. It's actually pretty sweet. I really like it. So... Oh, they Oscilio'd. Sure. So they're going to take nothing. We're going to take 2. So this is a turn cycle that does not favor us. Backstreet Betsy's live from Minnesota. I'm totally down to like film us singing Backstreet Boys. Like, I'm in. You twisted my arm. We are going to pummel this thing, and then we're going to log for 7. Ugh, this hand feels good. Wait, I've never seen Supernatural. I've been told it's really good, though. I've been told Supernatural is really good, but I've never seen it. Karaoke could be fun. I will say, I think... So if I AB2, I don't get to overpower, but I'm trading 1 damage for 2. I think that's worth, right? This hand is really good. I agree, top it. Yeah, I've never seen Supernatural. I've heard it's good, though. Curly and I have talked about watching it a couple of times. Crazy that Betsy's weapon is a log because she's such a lumber snack. Oh, my God. That's awful, and I love it. 10 out of 10, Cree. You don't require arm twisting to sing? That's true. You're right. I don't. I'm singing and vibing pretty much everywhere I go. It's just my natural. It's just who I am. I will take 1 this time. They're currently blocking 7. Oh, if we get hit by Strike Twice because of this, or like Ether Flare, Strike Twice would be bad. Okay, so we take all the juice. And then we're going to bonk them with our log for 6 and wager a gold. Bonk them. Lag. Is it me or Talishar? Please don't tell me I'm lagging. Chat, are you still here? Are we still here together? It's really funny to watch people play to me. I play Slippy, so I'm always like, wait, you can block in this game? It's really funny. Like, when you come from an aggro deck, you will slowly like start to piece together that you can block. And it's kind of funny because you like blocking is a very fundamental part of the game. So when it comes to like draft and things like that, it'll actually give you a big benefit to be able to do that, to remember how to do that. This hand's great. Tell him, Rose. I mean, Gravy does in fact not like to block. You are correct about that. Draw a card. Doesn't matter what we draw. Bang! Go again. I taught myself how to block when I got into Flesh and Blood by playing Oldhim. So when I got into Flesh and Blood, I came from playing Magic, where like all I did was play like the aggro decks of the aggro decks. That's all I wanted to do was play aggro decks at all times. Yeah, I'm gonna take one here. Oh, we're gonna take two. Just kidding. Just kidding. But all I did was play aggro decks when I played Magic. And so when I got into Flesh and Blood, I said to myself, you're not going to be like a one trick in this game. You need to learn how to do more things. So the first thing I did after I played Dash for a while and like learned the game was I started playing Oldhim so that I could like force myself to learn to block. Bonk. We're cooking. This game has been a very different experience from our last game. We are just gonna pitch for 3. Prevent the damage. No go again. They may not have cared, but this lines up well for us regardless. We're at 30, so I'm pretty safe to not die to like Stormstrider's Ether or Wildfire nonsense. So we're just gonna like, like I don't think we can die from 30. You can die from like 18 or 20, I think, with the Ether Wildfire like combo, but I don't think you can die from here. You don't play Ether Sling in this matchup? Oh, because of like Respite and stuff, so I can block it. Echo Flash is in fact a 0-card 2 in Oscilio. It's kind of crazy. I don't want to turn cards sideways. I bought them to play them? Dude, tell them, Nico. You bought your cards to turn them sideways. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Was building Jarl to learn how to block, but then I had a dream I was playing Gravy, so I had to build him. I mean, Gravy's a lot of fun. I am exceptionally bad at playing Gravy Bones, but he's a lot of fun. Really cool deck. I actually think Gravy's in a really good spot for Nats. Kind of scares me. I'm turning card sideways. I'm taking mental damage and losing mental value. Man, the mental damage you inflict on your opponent by turning cards sideways, I mean, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Maybe I'm too Riptide coded for this chat. My blocks also kill people. I mean, sometimes you're playing defense by playing offense, right? So this is for 4. So if I pitch this, we get to Respite ourselves, target the Ether Flare, and then we have AB2 floating for whatever comes next. And then our turn is probably just throw Command and Conquer. They can play Ether Flare, or I'm sorry, Snapback. They can play Snapback here. They cannot play Strike twice. I want them to sweat. I want to see a sweat. Maybe I won't say that one to my opponent at Nationals. I did beat you. You and I did go 1-1 the other day. Now, see, Keaton's been playing a lot of Victor. He knows what blocking's about. I said, Guardian Life, represent. I'm curious to see if they respect the pummel here.
Lizard.
Okay. Yeah, we get to block the Arcane, which is fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure they could have buffed that by 1. Maybe they want to Volzar on their turn. I think they just missed a damage. Like, wholeheartedly. Big Log. Havoc, what's up, dude? Ay. Have you ever blocked so much that you assemble a machine gun and your opponents can no longer win? All right, now for anybody who does not know, what Jesse is referring to here is the Exodia of playing OG Dash, which was absolutely amazing. Exodia and OG Dash was like where it was at. Like, I don't know how else to tell you that was like the primo experience. I loved playing OG Dash. Dude, Randy, what's up? Bonk the Dirty Wizards, first off. You know what? We just won't go there. I'm doing my best, dog. I'm doing my best. We'll just say that. Oh, you play Fatigue, Ira? I've never actually played Fatigue, Ira, but it seems like a deck I would enjoy. It seems like a deck I would enjoy. On God, for real, for real. You guys know I turn into a Minecraft villager sometimes. It's gonna deal 5, 6. Ew. Raw face is just gross. Tell me why. Okay, do we want to wager 9 and potentially discard? We could crack a gold to see what we find. I think just swinging this is fine. Like, when we draw our second pummel, we can just try to line it up against something else. I don't know. Aggro, here's Fatigue. That would be a deck I enjoy, dude. Listen, I like playing Fatigue. Like, there is a skillful art to playing like true Fatigue decks, in my opinion. Started the game was only Ira versus Dorinthia. Oh, Blitz all day. Oh, so you know what's up. Dave, you know we draw a lot of jam around here. Also pivoting away from Slippy because my meta is very hostile into it. Last army I faced 2 Victors. I mean, yeah, that's tough. Victor is one of those decks that has a field day playing against Slippy. Exactly. Randy gets it. We like to play Fatigue because we are here to maximize both your and our own personal experience. We want to be able to play as much of the round as possible. We want you to get that full flesh and blood experience. You guys know what's up. Must have a very defensively slated hand. I'm a little nervous to throw this, but it is what it is. Maybe we just throw it for 8 and don't wager. They're Oscilioing up front. Okay. Nah, you know what? Be aggressive. Get in the red zone. The only thing that brings me joy anymore is watching the hope train from Maroonblade's eyes as they see the 12th tech card I have against them. I mean, 12 tech cards is another kind of hate, Hal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the like, oh, like the 1, 2, you know, tech cards. I'm always here for that. But like 12 tech cards is kind of crazy. No, we definitely wagered. Listen, whether you see it as maximizing the play experience or maximizing the suffering, you know, beauty's in the beholder is all I'm going to say, you know. Like, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Bang! James, 3. Rebound, Bosch. Back to Allen, corner, 3. Bang! If you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say. I will take 1. I don't know how correct this is, but we'll take 1. Maximizing your suffering? Who would dedicate their sideboard to ruin a singular hero? That would be crazy. I know, right, Jesse? I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna spoil Jesse's tech. I'm gonna save Jesse's tech. It seems like a bad teammate thing to do, you know? Seems like a bad teammate thing to do. All right, why did you take 5? Like, are you gonna try and kill my ass? Are you going to try and kill me? From 26? Or you just... Is it concede 30? Yeah, okay. All right. They were playing the game out to its natural end? Okay. I mean, to be fair, they had 4 instants in hand. One of them blocked, you know? There's that. If you control a card with Sigil in its name, instead deal 6 Arcane, they're not even playing Sigil combo. I mean, I guess they're playing, like, Sigil of Conductivity. I just assumed that they were, like, playing, like... Sigil, like when you play that card, it seems like a Sigil combo card. I don't know. Maybe I know less about the Oscilio deck than I understand. Hooray! We won! Dun, 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 dun. I have lots of fun buttons I like to hit throughout the stream if you guys haven't figured that out yet. All right, we got the win. Draws lined up very well this game. There's got to be more to it than just draws lined up very well, right? Like, felt like their draws did not line up well. Ether Flare felt bad for them. AB3 shuts that down quick. Never hit us with a big spell or combo. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's keep rolling, you know? Was AB3 the major difference in winning this game? With the way things lined up, would AB2 let you win here and Chapeau have let you win faster? Oh, this feels like this is going to be a fucking disaster. AB2 probably would have been fine that game. I would have to go back and review to see how the Chapeau would have lined up. Like, do you think that Chapeau would have lined up? Like, do you think that would have been good that game, Trent? I'm curious to know what you think. We do have a Tuffnut button. Don't really think it matters. This feels like a cursed matchup. But we'll see what we can put together. We will see what we can put together. Did you guys ever think that I was going to be testing Betsy versus Tuffnut? To like, for nationals? Was that ever a thing that crossed your all's mind? We were going to be playing Tuffnut? Like, Betsy versus Tuffnut testing for U.S. nationals. Yo, what's up, Chris? I mean, I think we're just going to bonk him for 7, right? Actually, I lied. I want to overpitch one here. Thankfully, our opponent is a cool cat. Allowed us to undo there after my quick mistake. They're on 63 into us. Hopefully they can't block this. Nut on log violence. Somebody clip that shit, because that's a crazy thing for me to ever read out loud. Okay. All right, we pushed through 4. Yeah, I mean, this is literally just like weapons for 7 back and forth, right? Notably, Oasis Respite is like kind of mid in this matchup. Oh man, maybe we could have hung on to the E-Strike. Feels a little risky. Oh shit. Oh, we're cooking! We are cooking! Oh, brother! You love to see it. Do we just want to push Dominate here? I mean, we could also 9. Just make sure we try to Oasis the Rock. Yeah. This guy, bro. I mean, what does 9 Dominate Overpower do for us here? 4, 6, 8. I mean, maybe we're getting a little crazy here. Maybe we're getting a little crazy here with this. I don't know. I feel like those like TikTok audios where it's like, I don't know. Nah, approved. And we immediately get juiced by freaking Thick Hide Hunter. My eyes! But to be fair, like, we weren't really doing anything there. We just took some equipment from them, which I guess is fine, right? It's not No Nut November. I mean, during November, do we just have to play nothing but Tuffnut? Is that the law of the land? We have to play nothing but Tuffnut during November. I mean, you're gonna roll like a 6 this time, right? Oh, a 2. Okay. Yo. All right, we're cooking. We're back. We're back. Somebody tell our opponent that Shady's back. Okay. Yes. Okay, so this is for 8. Block 3, block 7. Attack for 8. Arsenal the Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's probably fine, right? We're going to take 1. Dude, I know. 1 action point for 1 action point. Listen, they're up here, okay? Our game last night definitely was close. I need to rewatch it to see if I messed up besides using nodes early. So I assumed you were going for last night. I assumed you were going for like a bigger turn. And then I felt like you decided you didn't want to use nodes, but felt like it was like a little too late to go back on what was happening, is kind of how it seemed. Did that feel accurate, Fishstack? Because it was kind of the vibe I got from that. Guys, by the way, thanks for being here and hanging out. Appreciate y'all chilling on a random Monday night while we are getting ready for US Nats. Playing Betsy, of all things. But I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys chilling. Our opponent takes 8. They did not follow the Spencer school of thinking of block and rock. Okay. Just kidding. They're going to pummel our face into the freaking ground. Okay, they only got +1. They only got +1 from the Wild Ride. So they had blue Tough Smash Up, blue Vigorous Smash Up, 1 Rip Off the Top, and a Wild Ride. Do they need blue, or do they need... Okay. They're going to hit blue and come in for 8. Ew, chill, brother. Ew. All right. So it's going to be 30 to 28. I'm going to throw CNC and Arsenal this pummel. Yeah. So they have Vigorous Smash Up, Wild Ride, and Rip Off the Top in their hand. Oh, you missed a point. Yeah, I was like, you missed a point. Yeah, hit the gauntlets. You got this. You got this. Opponent's cooking. All right, we're going to go to 30 so that we can ship the CNC. Now, admittedly, it's just damage, but that's okay. Too late to go back. I kind of figured that was what happened, because I was like, why would you use the nodes there? I mean, for what it's worth, if you wanted to, we could have gone back and done that differently. I like, just know that if you're ever playing on Talishar against me, just know that I am playing the game where I'm living in a world as if I am not playing with the knowledge that you gave up if we're trying to test. If, like, you know, we're just like I'm always trying to live in a world where I don't want to, like, I don't want it to seem like I'm like gaming or, you know, like trying to like game the system or some nonsense like that. Do we just want to CNC pummel here anyway? I mean, we have it, right? I wish Ripple Away did anything in this matchup. Yeah, exactly. Like, I always want to play against like the better opponent because like the concept of like winning a game that I would not have won does nothing for me. It does nothing for me. It does nothing for you. Like if you play a game suboptimally, like don't get me wrong, sometimes there are times when like backing up like so far like can be a problem. But like if you play a turnout incorrectly and you decide you want to go back, like you can message me, you can request to go back. Like it doesn't bother me. Like you'll notice that like when I'm streaming a lot, I'll ask people like how far back do we need to go? That is because I am trying to determine where do we need to go to fix what happened for you so that we can play this. So it's a little different, Randy, right? Like if you drop a card on the table at me at a tier 4 and I see it, that is you giving me public knowledge. Whether it's an accident or not, that's not my problem. But I will say that like when I'm testing Talishar, I try to play it a little differently than that. But I get the sentiment of what you're saying, Randy. Brother, you blocked. Why not put the vigorous smash up there? Like I don't understand. Like why not just I don't understand. That is all 3 thick-eyed hunters, which is kind of nice. Red, please. Damn. Oh, they're going to come in for 8? Oh, they want to save their insurance. I forgot. Spencer taught me this. Double down into drink them under the table. Really wish we had a gold here. Spending our gold earlier has not lined up well for us off the chapeau. Which is like, it's a risky play, right? It always is. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what we can do. Is there a better way to play this hand? Like, are we supposed to like double down this? Should we have blocked 3 and to like came in for 10? Or I'm sorry, came in for 9? Because we're not gonna like make any tokens off of this, which feels kind of bad, which makes me think that this might be a slight mistake. But I think that just pushing 11 overpower is a pretty good place to be, right? Are we supposed to pummel that though? Okay, so there's probably a world where I'm just supposed to play this and wager and not pay into overpower. Or maybe we do overpower and then we pummel it. Was that a better play? Did I get blinded by the greed here? Hang on, let me think about this for a second. Because if we pummel this, we can take all the cards out of their hand. I'm going to ask if they care if I undo. If they're not okay with it, that's fine. So we're going to revert to the start of this turn. Now, this is more damage, plus we still draw a card. This is a better line. Yeah, this is a much better line. I mean, if he would have said, if our opponent would have said no, I'd have been like, well, that sucks for me, but understandable. All right, so take 9, discard 2 cards, I draw a card. And we draw a double down? Yo, cooking! That is actually crazy good for us, right? Oh my god, this goes freaking hard. They're gonna hit us for 7? Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This would be 11. If I win the vigor, do we do anything? No. So we should block like this to deny them the vigor. Because we are trading 1 extra point. Yeah, we're trading 1 extra point for 3 block. This is just math efficiency. And we still get to attack for 11. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They cannot block this out if they give me everything. That is not what I meant to do. What the hell? Did not mean to click like that. I am all over the place with my Talishar clicking tonight. Thankfully, opponent is very, very nice. Because if not, they could just be like, get wrecked, nerd. Someone call an ambulance, but not for me! Sort of like my favorite memes on the planet. And with all of their thick-eyed hunters out of the deck, this lines up pretty well. Because double down on 2 golds, 2 mites, 2 vigors sets us up pretty well next turn. Have we played both pummels or played one? I believe we played 1 pummel. And there's 1 CNC left? I mean, bro, that's what we want. Also, like, this lines up well with Terra Sunder next turn. It would be... If we can overpower it, that would be 10. That shit would go crazy. That should be a soundboard button. I actually really like that, Brick. That should be a soundboard button. So if I pitch Ripple away to Flexors... Are we able to play the Terra Sunder? Am I just greedy, is the question. Like, what is the best turn we can put together? If I block Thunderquake here, pitch Ripple away to Flexors, or I'm sorry, pitch Terra Sunder, we can overpower and come in for 10? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna pitch Terra Sunder to Flexors here because we're not gonna play Terra Sunder. Oh my god. Emma saying woohoo would be a perfect soundboard piece to have, I feel like. That would actually be an amazing piece. There's also always a chance they hit a red off the top and they can't juice us here. Oh shit. They did hit a red. Oh my god. Well, we gave up a lot of Flexors value, which feels bad. Oh yeah, click all the buttons. So, do we double Chapeau here? Do we get blown out by double Chapeau? We can make this 11. I mean, I'm really hoping we can push this through. This would be big. Oh, having Emma going bang bang, I agree. That would be awesome. We could have the biggest log. That is true. Is it not armor shove to play Terrace Under and force them to shove back? With them missing, it would have worked out really well. But if we jam armor, we block 4, take 3 down to 14, and then we would have taken potentially 8, was what I was worried about, down to 6. That would have felt bad. I agree. Tuffnut can do some impressive blocking, and giving them 2 mites and 2 vigors is a scary place to be. I will say Boulder Drop has felt impressive so far tonight through our games. It's early. It's early, but it has felt good so far. Nah, 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 come on. Come on. Come on. Nah, 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 come on. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 6, 7. Flesh bag. Juice me, daddy. Oh, and we win a toughness? Ah! That's right. Come on. No D-React. Give me 2 mites and 2 vigors. All right, you love to see it. They're down to 6. They put a card back on top of their deck, which kind of works out for them, I think. I think Agroliath is sadly just living in a world where you need to be playing Fatigue Goliath, which makes me sad. I don't know. Listen, I missed the 6-7 stream yesterday, so we have to like continue to push the meme, you know? I know, yesterday was 6-7 and I missed it. Op is typing. And then they stopped. I forget you all can see the chat now. With the new setup and everything, you all can see the chat. Okay, let's see. Revert to the start of this turn. Yo, revert to the start of this chain link? Talishar, the devs continue to be freaking ballers. Thank you, Talishar devs, for continuing to take care of us in the best way possible and implementing amazing things like this. Like, being able to start the chain link over is actually amazing. I love that so much. Dude, common Talishar devs W is so true. Okay, so Dave, I think you missed that at the beginning of the stream. I was saying we should have 6-7 day on July 6th because it would be backwards for people in the US, but for like everybody else like abroad, it would be really funny. Okay, so they sink Buckwild. Chapeau! It's a good time, chapeau. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like turning full Italian there. It's probably very offensive to the Italian community. Okay, so nothing after this? No rock text? So we get to wager a bet big. 3, 4, 5, 6 for 11. Arsenal sink. Feels like it's going well for us. Betsy is Italiano. I mean, you know, like we like to keep it guessing. I would never disrespect our Italian friends. I don't know how we could possibly disrespect Italy when probably the greatest Victor player of all time comes from Italy. And if you don't know Filippo Barbani, you should. He has a podcast that he does with some of his buddies. It is in Italian, so I don't really get to listen to it. But he is a fantastic Victor player. Oh, Betsy enjoys the pasta, that's for sure. Me and Betsy both never miss a meal. You can't see me patting my stomach for the camera, but me and Betsy don't like to miss a meal now. Hey! Another Clash win. Another one. DJ Khaled! They left it on top. They're down to 1. Make a gold and a might. I'm sorry, a gold, a might, and a vigor. I'm going to put together my deck. Like, I have most of it together. I just made some of those changes. Yo, I forgot I was on Staunchies. Little Staunchy action here. I guess let's just go ahead and give this. We'll give the sink below. I have no reason to sink anything. We're just going to play Staunch on the old rock there. Is by saying tomatoes are an American fruit? Is that not true? I take it, or like, are tomatoes from Italy? Is that a thing? I'm not understanding. I feel like there's a bit here, and it's like lost on me. I feel like this is where you guys are like, ah, classic American. I did the 6-7 thing to my dad, and he put me up for adoption. Chris, that's hilarious. Do a stream for 7-6 and say today is opposite day. I'm so in for that. That would actually be hilarious. That would be pretty funny. You have no cards in hand. All right, so Rock'em Sock'em Robots definitely went our way that time. Hooray! Confetti! We win! Yo, Betsy to the moon! We are rolling right through some of our games with Betsy tonight. You love to see it. Let's see. We got a win. The pommel was okay, right? I know the pommel was really good because it was on Drinkum under the table. Pommel on Drinkum wager got us a lot of tempo. Up hit a red off hero ability, 1 turn to miss rock swing. Game just went our way. So yeah, I mean, that game really lined up. The game really lined up. I was kind of hoping that we get to play against a Mario tonight. I really wanted to see how this. Oh, are they looking to play against Betsy? Oh, they're not looking to play against Betsy. Let's look to play against a specific hero. I would like to see how the new tech lines up into Mario. I think I went 1 and 2 yesterday in the games I tested. On the 20th? Oh, that's right. You got 8 cases of high C. I forgot about that, Copper. It's funny that your birthday's July 20th. That is my mom's birthday. Did I select Huntsman? Did I select Huntsman? I mean, this is also a matchup I need to know how to play. So we'll play this one. I think this is literally the full 69 cards. Yeah, we're on the full 69 cards in this matchup, which I don't know if that's correct or not. Is this the real aggro Blazer? That be me, Captain. I always see people ask me that, and I'm like I guess, like, I get it, but also, like, you can kind of see my name there, right? Like, you can just see that, like, my name is, like, typed out. Huntsman, we are going second. Big Sag wanted to be going first. Is not Betsy's log. She does, in fact, have both decks. She has both decks. Wait, what? All right. They're playing 67 and we're playing 69. I mean, honestly, fucking cinema. Like, could you have asked for 2 better deck number count sizes? 67 versus 69 cards is cinema, and I love it so much. We're gonna block till we can't no more. The ideal deck configurations is accurate. I'm gonna say no blocks and take 1. If I have to and they throw something at us, we'll bonk them with the old staunch response here. Seems like they're just happy to take 1 though. 9 overpower. I mean, sure. If they happen to juice us, you know, they happen to juice us. I think we're just supposed to take our aggression when it pops up. We're going to wager a gold every single time we can this game. You can't let 6-7 beat 69. Oh, is this personal now? So 69 is the better comp number? That's what we've landed on? You should tell them that you are Taylor Crawford. That would actually be funny. I'm going to start telling people I'm Taylor and see what they say. Oh, yeah, Pile Driver is not a peg leg. You are, in fact, correct about that. Pile Driver is, in fact, not a peg leg. All right, so they're going to make 2 golds here. I was like, clearly by them blocking with an equipment here, they're going to give us 2 defense reactions, which is 2 cards out of their deck for none out of ours, which feels fine to me. Knowing that we have Staunch Response in our arsenal, we're probably going to take the daggers this turn, depending on what we draw into. Ooh, a second double down. Yeah, I'm pretty content with that. We'll just come in for 10. They're gonna set up another D-react. We will pay 10 overpower. Peghead. Yo, what? Imagine Betsy ripping off her peg leg to bonk people. That would actually be hilarious. If she just ripped off her leg and was just like bonk. I mean, I have to admit, when I say bonk, it doesn't sound very frightening, but look at Betsy. That aura, that's frightening. You know what I'm saying? That seems kind of frightening. Is this Luke trolling me? No, I don't know who this person is. We get 1 reaction, so we're going to get 2 D-reacts here. No! Sag. I wanted to have Remembrance. And to be fair, Remembrance would actually go pretty hard here. I wanted to have Remembrance for the first time they played this. Wonder what they're going to snipe here. Debilitate? Hey, we have a Debilitate in our pitch zone, which means we're only going to lose 2. That is massive. Low taper fade massive. And if you don't understand that meme, I'm sorry. But low taper fade is a meme of probably the greatest, my favorite streamer. That all you got? Oh man, they're on all the juice against us. They have so many golds. What's happening? Shoo! That was close. Is Huntsman still viable in the meta? I mean, I don't think Huntsman's necessarily great going into US Nationals this weekend, but we're in such an open meta that it kind of feels like anything is viable at this point. Oh, if Log had the gore included, that would actually be pretty sweet. I'm pretty content to play my pummel here. Like, early keeping the tempo is important. I'm all about some early tempo. Again? Again? Ay, 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 alpha. Oh, we get 0 pummel value? Not very cash money of you, friend. Lag. Lag? They're getting Cranial Crush. Okay, so they're gonna get all 3 Cranial Crushes out of our deck. That's actually really big. Them getting 3 8-power attacks is pretty massive. All right. Do we want to pitch the pummel? Or do we just want to hold it and try to get aggressive with it next turn? Let's try to hold it and see what happens. That's true. We are only on, I mean, we're on 33 blues. Screwing up our blue count is big because we did load like our entire deck into this, which does matter. I think attacking for 6 is better than... Yeah, I think attacking for 6 is better than... I'm going to wager a gold. If they don't want to block, if they want to block, that's fine. The more our opponent blocks, but yeah, them messing up our blue count is big because if we draw like a brick hand here, I'm going to be big Sag. And I do mean big Sag. Like crying at the club Sag. Which means Carly's going to have to like take me to a club so I can cry. We're on 28 blues, so we should probably expect at least 2 all red hands and probably a couple of like 1 blue hands if I had to guess. What I would be guessing right now, just based off the way the game's going. Oh. Something I clicked on over here, stop? No? Okay, well, that's good. They just took 6. It's kind of frightening, I won't lie. Good news is that we have Staunch. We get juiced by a CNC, it could feel bad. Scale Peeler? Sure. That's fine. So we can just play the Staunch. Swing 6, wager a gold, Arsenal to pummel. That's okay. It's so much value off log. I have fatigued a Huntsman before. I fatigued Taylor one time when he was playing against me. I've played 2 games against Huntsman, I think, or I'm sorry, two like non-Talishar games against Huntsman, and they were both against Taylor. One game he obliterated me by running me over, and then another game I fatigued him. So they have 5 silver, which means when they decide to start like blocking with this stuff, it's gonna be bad for us. Am I actually running Betsy for Nats? Yeah. 100%. That was Ember, that was the whole thing. I mean, during May, we got 500 YouTube memberships, Twitch subscribers, and metafy subs, and told everybody that they could pick my hero, and they picked Betsy. So we are playing Betsy. Like, I really need this to not be CNC. That would be ideal. So we'll just block like this. And then if they try to juice over the top, we're going to bonk them with a sink. Not going to sink anything. Red Shred would have eviscerated that play, by the way. Would have been really bad for us. Okay, not everybody picked Betsy, but a lot of people picked the most people picked Betsy. This is Donald Duck Arachne? Oh, because they have gold and silver? Oh, that's so funny. Don't you mean Scrooge? Aren't we talking about Scrooge McDuck here? Isn't that who we're referencing? They don't have like a respite here or something. This is a big play because we get a card from hand. Eradicate and a surgical extraction down is massive. You're going to get a leave no witnesses. Go again? I'm kind of thinking go again. We're going to sink. We'll sink the Terrace under. And then this lines up really well. We can just throw 7. We're not affected by the fealty token. And then we have go again in our arsenal, which means a 2-card block will be good. Because they picked for you, but does the deck actually hold up against the meta with the log? I mean, Julio, like, we were talking earlier, and before tonight, across my 70 games I had played, I had a 77% win rate with the deck. I'm not saying that that definitively means yes or no. I'm just sharing with you, like, how my testing has gone. CNC is the worst here. Oh, is CNC in hand? Did they make a big mistake? I think they just want to... I think they just want to throw the CNC at me, which admittedly still sucks. Now, the real question we have to ask ourselves is, how bad is this for us? God, it'd be really nice to have the extra arm block here. I mean, if I give 2 cards, I'm literally just going to, like, throw 5 and arsenal this. That's fine, I guess, right? Like, God, that does not feel good. We're losing a lot of value off of our go again. And we're just subject to their last hunter hunted whenever they play it. Man. Dude, being on camera would be really cool. I'm convinced that the only way I'll get on camera is if I start my weekend like 2-0 or have a good run. Like, obviously, if we have a good run, you know. I mean, we could have just thrown the CNC there, but I don't think that was correct. So if I sink below the bet big to the bottom for second cycle, I mean, yeah, I did not like that play, but it was probably correct. Yikes. Authority is freaking backbreaking here. Oh, man. That feels so bad. Okay, coercive tendency, hits an attack, gives this go again. What's the follow-up here? Plunder the Poor. I think I'm going to sink below pitching Zealous. Not bottom this. Try to swing 6 on my turn. Yo, Destruculus, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate that. Yeah, Twitch, right? Yeah. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you are new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourself while we're hanging out. Love to get to know more about you guys. At least Ethan knows about this, though. Dude, so I definitely won't get on camera round 1, right? Like, we'll never get on camera round 1. And the reasoning behind that is that Majin Bey will always be camera round 1. Majin Bey will always be camera round 1, and that's because he won Nationals last year. They always put defending winner on the camera round 1. Always. I would go to 33 here and potentially lose 2 cards. This combat chain. I'm not a huge fan of this, but they did only hit a Clash of Vigor. The problem with that is that it's more blues out of the deck, which also feels bad. Do we want to wager a gold with all the D-reacts they have in their deck? Feels like it's probably incorrect to just let them surmount gold, right? Like, what are they doing with it, I guess, is the question. I think when we attack for 6, we don't wager a gold. When we attack for 7, we do and force them to have it. Yeah, round 2, I think it's very reasonable. Mike? All right, it's my first live stream. The state of MTG and the great art brought me to Fab, Chicago style. I've still never had a Chicago style dog. I need to, though. I would like to have a Chicago dog bad. But Mike, welcome to the stream, man. We're happy you're here. We're happy you're hanging out with us. Pairing into Majin round 1 would be hilarious, Scoudle. Would be hilarious. The memes would go so hard if we paired into Majin round 1. Like, me versus Majin, I don't think we've ever played a game against each other. But, like, Wizard versus Betsy, round 1 of stream would be so funny. What is this, equipment? That's fine. I think we're just going to let this hit. Okay, just kidding. They decide Spider's Bite is the better option. I think we're just supposed to do this. I don't think discarding Shelter is correct here. The Poppy Bun. I've definitely never had a hot dog with a Poppy Bun. I will say that for sure. They're going to break the combat chain and draw a card after hitting us with a Spider's Bite. I'm curious to know what they're cooking up. I would like to Arsenal the Oasis Respite. We also have yet to see our Overcrowded, which I understand we're playing 69 cards. Like, think I've ever heard how you got into Flesh and Blood? Oh, okay. I'm more than happy to tell this story. So I got into Flesh and Blood. I went to my local game store to buy Magic cards for a deck that I was working on. And when I got there, they were having a skirmish. Like, I didn't know what it was. One of my buddies, one of my out-of-town buddies, was playing against one of my local buddies. They were playing Briar versus Dash. And Bobby was a big Dash player in our area, which is one of my local buddies. He was playing Dash. And when I saw him playing Dash, he explained the game to me a little bit. And I was like, oh, this game sounds really neat. And he was like, it is. It's a really cool game. He was like, you'd really like it. It's very math oriented. And I was like, oh, cool. And so I came down to our local armory one Friday night at a store called The Outpost. It's where we still play on Fridays. And they brought me a Blitz deck and showed me how to play. And I have loved it ever since. I got into the game playing Dash IE. And like, arguably one of my favorite heroes they've ever put in the game. Dash IE was like absolute, like, she could do it all. She could boost you and run you over. She could play like really good defense with like the defense reaction swap into the gun plan. Like, it just worked out really well. And Donnie, it has been a year since Majin won. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Yo, Gage, what's up, dog? People used to come to the Magic with, and now I'm here. Well, dude, the question is, I'm glad you're here. Listen, I tell everybody, it doesn't matter why you're here or what happened, but I'm glad you're here with us. I'm glad you're here with us. This is a weird one. I'm pretty incentivized to just give the staunch here. Like, we can pitch Terrace Under to give staunch. I don't really think there's a reason to do anything. Cut to the Chase, yellow Cut to the Chase is actually freaking amazing for us, because I was worried it was going to be red or something like that, and we were going to have to pitch 2 blues, which would have not allowed us to log for 7. But I think this works out really well for us. Cover that up, log for 7. You feel 1,000 years old? What are you talking about, bro? Dash IE was definitely the Swiss Army knife of Fab. My first hero was Terra. Oh, dude, Terra's such a fun hero. Love Terra. I'd be competing in NATS. I'd have called you crazy. No, I would have said that if I when I met you last year at Nationals, Rose. Because I remember that was where we met. You were still playing Syndra, and you told me to represent Syndra well at Nationals last year. It was the first time we ever spoke in passing. So yeah, no, I would have told you that. Like, with your grind and your dedication to the game, like, I'm not surprised at all. Like, when people are willing to put the time in and grind, I always believe it. Always believe it. This Huntsman is on an interesting list. They're on yellow Cut to the Chase, which I don't really know that I like that much. And they're also on yellow Excessive Blood Loss. It really seems like a beat the living crap out of like Syndra style deck. Maybe that's the goal, though, you know? You can't believe I remember that? So here is what I will tell you, and I'll tell everybody this because it's very true. When I meet you for the first time, there is a very good chance that I will not remember your name. I'm really bad at names. So, like, just know that if I meet you again and I remember your name, you made a real impression on me. Like, that is like a very genuine compliment. And if I meet you and I forget your name, it's not a bad thing. You can ask Carly. I swear to God, I will go into the room and bring her in here right now. She will tell you I'm very, very bad with names. But we'll take one. That's fine. But I can tell you almost immediately where I met you for the first time when I'm talking to you. Like, I remember meeting people. So, like, when I say come to an event, say hi, meet me, like, that's not just me like blowing smoke. Like, I genuinely love just like talking to people and hanging out. We're gonna pitch the bet big, and we're gonna go again into 6. This lines up so well. This is actually crazy. Respite ourselves, target their Command and Conquer. We could have not blocked with the Chapeau, but I want to get value out of it where I can when I know there's no shred effects. So it's go again, and then we're just going to swing 6 after this. Brick. Brother Brick, I promise you, I'll never forget you. It's also hard to forget a name, Brick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough to forget that name. Yo, what's up, Kit? Has he forgotten how to say my name since he met me? Well, you let me go around saying doubt for like 3 months. And then when we finally met in London, you corrected me, and I have remembered ever since, brother. I agree. This feels like a very, very untraditional Arachne build. Very much so. If you told me that I'd be someone people actively seek out advice for a hero on, I'd put you in an asylum. Listen, that is the impact that you have on the community. It's a good thing. You should wear that with pride. Like I've said this for like a lot of times now, and I don't think it really surprises anybody at this point. But I love the community. Like the Flesh and Blood community is the best part of the game. I would like to imagine that if I stop streaming, like I'm not saying I will, I love streaming, but if I ever stop streaming for some reason, I would like to imagine that when I come to events, if I stopped wearing the headband, if I stopped being aggro blaze, people would still come up and talk to me. Because I just love the community and I like meeting everybody. I would like to imagine that people would. You were in fact doubt for a long time. But I can attest that he couldn't get my wife. Dude. Kayla, Sarah, Samantha. Dude, I was the world's worst. I can firmly say that I remember her name. Her name is Kayla. I truly, through and through, remember her name now. But at this point, it's just a meme, right? Like, I feel like every time I see her, it's like part of the meme that I call her the wrong name, Richard. Oh. When I was starting, the local players just gifted me cards to complete my deck. See, Amanda, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And we did that. We had a family that started playing. There's like 5 of them or 4 of them. 5 of them, I think, that started playing. And they wanted to build different decks. And I literally came home and just started digging through Majestics I never use. And like a multiple of us just gave away Majestics so that they could get into the game easier. Do I have any recommendations for remembering names? Ooh, no. I tell you what I would say, though. If remembering pitch stacks was... If remembering names was as easy as remembering my pitch stack, we'd be rolling. But unfortunately, it's not. Which makes me big sad. We are going to block with this now. I want to get this in the bin. I remember faces very well as well. Who's aggro blaze? When the headband comes off, all I know is Zach. I mean, dude, like, I feel like a lot of people don't know me as Zach. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just feel like a lot of people don't. All right, we've seen one red shred, which I feel like is like kind of crazy. But I don't know for sure. Do we want to give Chapeau? Does Chapeau matter anymore? I mean, I know that we have the remembrance, but like, I think we can give this, and if they try to go over the top to juice us, we can juice them back with Shelter. They have left our top card. Not that it really matters. So they have Fiddler's Green. They're arsenaling a card. I'm not even counting their D-Reacts yet. There's still so many cards left in their deck that I'm not interested in counting D-Reacts yet. Pitch stacking is by far the most intimidating part of Flesh and Blood. I agree, Richard. If remembering names was as easy as remembering my pitch stack, I'd forget my name. That might be the best response you could have possibly have had to that, bro. That is amazing. I love that. I'll never forget that you said that now. So I would like to be able to get away with just blocking with Ripple, E-Strike for 7, Arsenal Aces Respite. The better weapon wins fatigue feels pretty accurate. I am so comfortable taking 3 here. Where is their last hunted, by the way? Like, am I crazy? Did they pitch one earlier and I missed it? Dude, if I said that about remembering my pitch deck and then they've already pitched their hunted and I forgot, it's a little awkward. Oh, Lord. I 'Cause 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 '
Lizard.
I feel like the stream could use a little more lizard. You know what's funny is I looked for a 6-7 sound like audio track for a long time. I looked multiple times to see if I could find like the kid going 6-7, and I never could find it. I could never find one on like a soundboard that I could save that I felt like sounded good. I would have had to like record over the YouTube thing, and I was like, it's not worth it. What are they searching for? Macho Grande? Oh shit. Oh my god, that is so much damage they've taken out of our deck. Oh man. I mean, we are winning the fatigue battle by a pretty good margin right now. 13 life, and also we're like what, 29 versus their 22 cards. Now it's only 10 life into a codex. Sure. So we're gonna pitch a card for Respite. We could also just like block 2 cards and throw the log, but I don't think we want to do that. We're gonna Respite ourselves, target this. There's lots of D-reacts and things they could block with left. We're still just gonna wager this. I think that just throwing 9 with Overpower is fine. They have what, 1 codex left? Yeah, they have 1 codex left, and we have our Overcrowded in the graveyard now. So, like, I'm never afraid of a codex again as long as we live. Is Betsy real now? That might be a stretch. Is Betsy real? I mean, she's like B tier, so I guess it defines, like, define real, you know? Like, I feel like she's a solid B tier hero now. So there's definitely an argument for it, but, like, I don't know that I would say that she's, like, you know, do anything crazy. I mean, just throwing Sledge every turn is solid into Huntsman. Like, we don't even have the, like, late game Victor fatigue plan of being on, like, some nonsense where we are... Like, we don't even have, like, the Remembrance Gold main estate plan. We just have, like, a solid plan, I feel like. I feel like I'm okay blocking 6. Ripping the Bravado so that we can throw this and save our Tunic counter lines up really well. Well, I was going to ask... We have a Bravado on top. Let's see. They left our top card. Am I okay with just losing Bravado here? To save Flexors for something else? I think the answer is yes. Like, they get a silver back, which is obnoxious, but I think that's fine. Like, they're down to 15 cards and we're at 24. Oh, Olympia's gonna be real, actually. Log is life-based. She's very okay. That's actually exactly how I would describe Betsy right now. She is very okay. Like, she's fine. She does some cool stuff, but, like, again, it is in fact fine. All right, Authority of Italia does not matter at all. We need to block with Clash of Vigor and win, hopefully, so that we can 5 into 7, right? Because we'll have 1 floating here. We'll have 1 leftover floating. We'll have 2 leftover floating, actually. And then we would attack, and then we would Tunic for Pile Driver. They just pitched a Shred. I have another Eradicate we haven't seen yet. Like, they might be on 3. They're pitching the Coercive tendency. I'm not interested in blocking. I don't really want to give up anything. We'll block with a Clash of Vigor if we have to, but... I mean, I think there's a version of... I think there's a version of Hala that's already kind of real, if I'm being honest. I think there's a version of Hala that's already kind of real. Is this Huntsman on 0 Remembrance? I thought they pitched a Remembrance early to attack with a CNC, but I don't remember. I mean, let's see. They left the top card there, which means it's a red. We're just going to block for 2. And okay, we do not win the Vigor, which is fine. I would have liked to, but we know it's a blue on top. They're playing a card out of their deck for 2 damage. Terra Sunder does kind of suck out of the deck. Now we don't know what's on top. So I think instead of greeting off the top, we're just going to play it out. We could try to like find a blue off the top and get more aggressive here. Yo, what's up, Abby? How are you? Let's see. We'd have 2 left. We draw a red. Yeah, this is fine. And then we get to do the thing now because we drew that. This is the good part about like having gold late and having blues in our deck. We are in fact logging, Lip. With Beckon still, I've been able to swing Zenith Blade 4 times for 29. Please, God, don't tell me that. I don't want to cry. Already took some of your upgrade tips. Oh, yo, let's go. Destruculous. I'm glad that the upgrade video helped a little bit. I also know that the Cup of TCG guys, they did an awesome upgrade video as well. So if you're looking for like more things, they could help a lot. They had like multiple versions of the deck. They did a really good job. I was really liked their version that they put together. Not that I'm saying that I dislike mine. Theirs was good. DGA can rest in hell once Olympia against the Gold Sword. The Gold Sword is really strong. Like, I think we should just wait and block whatever this after they tendency. They're going to coercive tendency here to give this go again. And then they're going to try and stack it to where they get some reds on top or a red on top. We're going to... Do we want to Remembrance it back? Do we want a Remembrance to shuffle? We should check and see how many D-reacts they have left. All the Fates are gone. All the Shelters. We've not seen any Sink Belows. There's one more Sigil, probably. Let's Remembrance just to see... Just to shake up the top of our deck. Now, admittedly, we are adding reds back to our deck. I think we just want to go Zealous, CNC. Or like good cards to shuffle back. We did increase our red density, so hopefully they don't hit off the top here. Wait. Oh, this is not reds. This is attack actions. Okay, so they hit a disable. They get a second gold, which means they can have their arm piece back. I mean, we should probably block this. It's probably worth giving up Tunic here, right? As weird as that sounds. They Codex us here, which they're going to. We have a little bit of a weird play. Because we're not going to be able to throw log. We're just going to draw CNC and Arsenal it. I really didn't want to let 4 cards come out of my deck, but the Eradicate CNC or the Eradicate Codex is really good. That's right. The logging will continue until morale improves. They get to leave no witnesses. We're going to discard Ripple away. That's their last. They have no Command and Conquerors. They have no Leave No Witnesses. That was their last Codex. So I am content to just draw and Arsenal the CNC here. It's perfectly fine with me. And then we can just set up for next turn. We can just plan on blocking. And playing it there is such a rookie move. What should they have picked, Silence? What should they have picked? Like, I'm open to hearing what they should have picked. I'm just curious to know what you think. I am 100% just going to Flexers this. Like, I don't want them to be able to give this -1 the next time we block with it. I'd rather it block 2. I think blocking over is fine here. The last tendencies in the next hand, if I remember correctly. So the last shred puts that down. We Flexers to cover, and then we throw CNC for 6. That's fine. I'm willing to just let this happen if they want to keep their red shred. CNC requires at least 1 card and 2 pieces of equipment, or 2 cards. Looks like they are choosing the 1 card route, and then we're going to use our life as a resource this turn. Blood or annihilate the armed. Okay. Yeah, there's no codexes, so we're just going to take damage. I don't think there's any defense reactions left. Like, at this point, we would have seen a sink below, right? So they have a... Yeah, that's fine. We're going to take 4. They get 2 cards, which is perfectly fine. And then we could go for Terra Sunder for the win. Actually, Terra Sunder just guaranteed wins now. That's fine. We'll just do this. This takes 2 cards. 7 overpower wins the game guaranteed. Although I'm pretty sure Terra Sunder would have just won the game there. I don't think there was any way for them to play around Terra Sunder at that point. Yep. And then even if this did not kill them, they have 2 cards left in their deck, one of which is an authority. And we are on 13 cards from here. Like, we were in a very good spot. Oh, man. Yeah, Luke, we got ahead very early and we're able to stay ahead. Hooray! We win! You love to see it. You play Zealous to style on them, and you know what? Fair. Listen, I wasn't even trying to style, okay? Like, that game, like, we were really ahead at the end, so let's see. We got to win. CNC plus Pummel early got a lot of value. A lot of, let's say tempo, because I think tempo is more accurate. Opt seem to be on a different build than usual. Usual with more yellows. Log plays well into fatigue math through the late game. All right, cool. So I will admit the changes have felt pretty good tonight, and I do apologize. We are going to talk about the deck a little bit, and then we are going to call it a night. 225. We're going to talk about the deck a little bit more in case you missed it, and then we are going to call it a night. Because the reasoning for that is that we got to record the podcast here in a few minutes. And I told the team I would help them test after we record the podcast if everybody's still playing and stuff like that. So what if NATS is 30% Betsy? It's going to be crazy. IAR will only consist of Shadow Heroes No Light to Mirror Omens only being lightning. Oh, that would be interesting. What is IAR? Is that set 20? Is that what we're talking about? The Victor plan is to try and outvalue them by having Sledge throughout the course of the game. We're playing 1 copy of Gravekeeping, and we're on 3 copies of Ripple Away. And then we're also going to try and pitch stack our Terra Sunders so that we can try to get a lot of value off of something like a Drink 'em Under the Table or a Bet Big later in the game. We also have Pummels and Staunches and Zealous, so we can get a little aggressive. And then the plan into Ziggy is 3 copies of Clash of Bravado and a Remembrance, so that we can literally just play 6 Bravados and a lot of aggression and say, try to beat this. And I mean, they can, but we'll see. I'm so glad I play a deck that doesn't fold to Huntsman, because losing to it would upset me. I mean, it's okay. Like, the deck is good, you know? Low key, I'm pretty impressed with how far Betsy has been taken with just the log. I mean, the log was a really big upgrade for Betsy. It was a really, really big upgrade for Betsy. Like 100%. 100%. Dodge Gravy Simulator. The funny part about the Gravy matchup is that you can somewhat race them. 7 overpower is not easy to block for them, always. Now, they do play some D-reacts sometimes, but like if you're just bonking them every turn with good wagers, like there's a lot of turns where they can't block. You're trading damage, you kill Chum and Sawbones, and then you go upstairs. It's been a really interesting plan so far, but it's felt pretty good. Guys, thanks for being here and hanging out. Just to reiterate from earlier, there will not be any more streams the rest of the week. Doing family stuff with a restaurant that is shutting down. They are closing it after being in service for like 40 years here locally. So we're going to go with some family and enjoy that tomorrow night. Wednesday, never stream on Wednesdays. Podcast on Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. Carly and I will be hanging out, enjoying our time together. And then Thursday, I'm going to Minneapolis. Not exactly exciting. Minneapolis is, fine. But I am excited to U.S. Nationals. If you see me this weekend, please come say hi. The only time I ask you to not, like, talk to me, which is going to sounds weird, but is when I'm playing a game. If I'm in the middle of a game, please wait. After the game, I'll be more than happy to talk to you, but please please do not interrupt me during a game. The other really weird request, and if you've not been around for a while, it's going to sound weird when I say this. Please do not stop me in the bathroom. Had a very weird interaction at Calling Columbus this earlier in the year, where somebody stopped me in the bathroom and like pointed their finger in my face. So let's try to dodge that. Outside the bathroom, outside of a game, I'm more than happy to talk to you. One more thing. Hang on, don't leave. One more thing. If you are coming to U.S. Nationals this weekend, you can be one of the first 15 people to come see me on Friday. You're going to get a drinking buddy, and you're going to get a Might token. Now, these Might tokens, the Might tokens were made specifically for my stream by Gage, hangs out all the time. You can get these custom Agroblaze Goliath Might tokens, and you can get a drinking buddy promo. You have to be one of the first 15 people to come see me, and you get both of these tokens. All you gotta do is come say hi and tell me you want one. The first 15 people will get one. I'm gonna do this for NATS as well, or Vegas as well. We'll ask you to sign my log in the bathroom. That's crazy, but I love the energy. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Have a good night, and I'll see you this weekend. And if not, I'll see you next week. Take it easy, guys. Full access to roast me.